Big Ten championship game, and we've got Northwestern versus Ohio State.
Christmas is right around the corner, and we've got a promo code. The code is Noel for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net.
I think be a little better than what these odds suggest. Of course, I've got Chip Chirimbes in here, one of our Picks and Parlays top experts, and we're looking at Big Ten matchup for the championship game. Ohio State, big favorite, opened at 20, now at 20 and a half, going upwards. I'm guessing this one's going to end up on that key number of 21. Total opened at 59 and a half, now down to 57 and a half, which in the football age we live in is rare. Usually the total is going the opposite way. So, Chip, tell us, where do we stand to make money on the Big Ten championship game for 2020?
Well, Craig, you just mentioned really key numbers that just moved that total to move down 2 points before the public's even got a chance to go after it. It's sort of a telling tale to me. Northwestern is 6-1 to the under this season. They have the 12th ranked defense in the nation. They're giving up 314 yards a game. Now, that being said, Ohio State's offense, of course, is sixth in the country. They're putting up 532 yards a game, and they seem to play against better teams in a different mode as far as scoring goes, because against teams with winning records, Greg, they're 6-2 to the under against better teams. So it looks like they run it up on the weaker teams and seem to get a little more conservative against the better teams. But, their offense and their defense balance is, running and passing offense is really well balanced. 280 yards passing, 250 yards rushing, and Northwestern offense and running and passing is balanced as well. But it's at 181 yards and 171 yards. But there's intangibles here that we just can't talk. That don't make any sense. It's sort of like the Miami Dolphins, what happens with them, or the Washington Redskins, what happens with them. But Ohio State is 7-1 against the points in the last 8 meetings. And they've played pretty tough overall. The Buckeyes have, going 15-7. And when you're laying big points like that, Greg, it's not so easy to cover that kind of number. This could be even a low considering the things we've seen already this season. I think Northwestern's going to give them a good battle. I think it might be a defensive affair as well.
Well, yeah, Coach Pat Fitzgerald has continued to do an amazing job at Northwestern. His name continually comes up for other head coaching jobs and, of course, the NFL. And, if they don't go to Michigan State and lay an egg, they would be undefeated and they'd be playing for a lot more. But I think if they were undefeated in this spot, we probably get this number in the 17, 18 range. So I think we're getting value here on Northwestern as we see. We know what Coach Day and Justin Fields and that offense can do for Ohio State, but that offense has given up some points. Remember, the Indiana came back late and gave them a little scare.
Right.
Do you think the total here, since it came down, is a little vulnerable toward the over for once?
Well, the thing is, Ohio State is vulnerable to passing yardage. They've given up chunks of passing yardage most of the time because teams are probably trailing and trying to catch up with them. But Northwestern doesn't have that passing attack. They're averaging 180 yards passing, not even 200 yards, in an era where 300 yards a game is common. So I think that's why this game is looking to stay to the under. I think they're really looking for the Wildcats to just try and control this game and march out, drive first down after first down, maybe field position, not even getting just in position to kick field goals, because they're not going to be able to keep up with this Ohio State offense if they give the ball to them enough times.
Yeah, I was thinking under and Northwestern, so it sounds like you're on the same boat with sounds like you top play Northwestern, right?
Well, I hope we're not on the same side of a canoe, because those things have a tendency to tip.
I think Northwestern is a little more live than this line suggests, because in championship games, we've seen it. These games can come down to the last possession more times than not. I remember when Oklahoma had those good teams and Texas almost beat them and almost kept them out of the championship game. And being a Cincinnati guy, I kind of need an Ohio State loss here. We're trying to back our way into the playoffs at the end of the year. And I think there's other teams out there that will be rooting against Ohio State. But you heard it here. Chip likes Northwestern plus the points. I like the under and Northwestern. Don't forget, get all of our best bets over at Picks and Parlays.